Welcome back to the Uprise, where we are rising up together for positive change. So if you're like a lot of people at this point in time, you've transitioned to working from home, and that can be rather difficult. Now, I've put out a previous video, you can check it out here, talking about some tips that are helpful, bits of information for working from home, but I wanted to touch on a few more points. So some of the things you want to be wary of while working from home are exhaustion, feeling worn out or stretched thin, losing motivation and drive, wanting to be with your family. It's rather difficult knowing that they are either in the next room or literally right over there, and you can't interact or hang out with them because you're busy. And the same goes for them. They can't interact with you or hang out with you because you were busy. And lastly, there can be feelings of resentment or just kind of frustration over the whole situation in general. Maybe you didn't want to actually transition to a work from home scenario, but in order to maintain your family life and things like that, you got to do what you got to do. So there can be some issues with that. In order to avoid the exhaustion and feeling stretched thin, you want to schedule intervals of work and intervals of break. So taking time to work this much and then taking time to have a break, really separating out the time between working and taking a break. What you want to do is allow your brain to maintain its mental elasticity. So doing the same thing repetitively over and over again for long stretches of time can just really wear you out super quickly and can inhibit your ability to really be productive. So naturally, we're designed to work on something for a short period of time and then take a break for a short period of time, or focus on something different, not the same exact thing. By taking a break, you can choose to do something like puzzles or brain teasers, or do some light reading, something to just take the focus off of that particular subject that you're working on. And I would suggest avoid going on to any kind of device or having screen time, because that kind of is similar to what you're doing if you're working on a computer at home, where you're focused on the screen and doing stuff. I think challenging your mind in a different way with puzzles or reading or things like that will break up that monotony and then allow you to come back a little bit more refreshed and more productive. If you guys are getting any value out of this, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and slap that bell notification so YouTube will notify you of more releases. Now, for losing motivation and drive, one of the helpful things you can do is take your work, the items that you need to get done, and break it up into smaller amounts and make small lists of things that you need to accomplish so that you can focus on working on getting one thing done at a time, and it takes the weight off of you to do everything all at once. So you want to break that up and then have a small set of goals that you can achieve, so that'll prevent you from getting unmotivated because there's too much work to do. And it'll boost your confidence and allow you to keep driving forward. Now, I definitely understand the difficulty of working from home and having your family with you, because you're home. You are in the place that you want to be with your family, and you want to spend time together. Perfectly natural. Now you have to transition to saying, hey, I'm busy, can't help you, can't work with you on that, I can't go and do that, I'm sorry. And it's rough. It's hard for them, it's hard for you. So one of the ways to avoid some of that, scheduling out specific time that is only devoted for family. So you can do that right after work if you want, or you can do that, after you have that mental break. Typically what I like to do is when I get off of work, I like to say, hey, give me some time to unwind a little bit. I gotta get rid of all that mental stuff so that I can be fresh and ready for you guys. So I like to kind of schedule that out a little bit, at least give me 10-15 minutes after work. That's just for me to let all that stuff go, and then I'm a little bit more available mentally. So, but you want to schedule out time specifically to spend with your family and devote it to actually just enjoying the time and making that a regular thing. So do that every day. Not only is that going to help them understand that, hey, I know what I can look forward to because we have schedule now. Every day we're going to do this or that, and it's going to work out. And then that helps you in the moment understand that you're going to have time with them. It's just you got to get through the day, and then boom, hit that schedule, and everybody's happy. And the last one, it can be difficult transitioning from a work at work situation to a work at home situation. And maybe you didn't choose that in the beginning, but one thing to keep in mind is that you want to focus on the positive aspects of it. You're still able to provide for your family. You're still able to continue to maintain what you have and keep things going as normal as they possibly can. It is still rather difficult, but you want to focus on the positive aspects. That way you can maintain the situation as long as possible. We may not get through it quickly. It might be a long-lasting thing, but focusing on the positive aspects are really going to help you get through that, because it can be challenging. Maybe you didn't want to be dragged into the situation, but unfortunately things happen, so we got to be prepared for that. But I know you can do it. Alright guys, if you found this helpful, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Leave a comment down below. I want to know what you guys are thinking and what's going on inside of your head. So let's do this. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. I think doing something, so if you're like many people